There are actions, if taken, which would have significant outcomes in tackling sexual, domestic and gender-based violence, and it is reassuring that there is increased awareness around what domestic abuse is. Many people, including myself, believe that domestic violence was only where physical violence occurred, and that alone was the only reason that a barring or protection order could be obtained. So it is reassuring that people are becoming more aware that it is not just physical violence that constitutes abuse within the home or within a relationship, and could be, for example, coercive control or financial abuse. A lot, though, more needs to be done to continue to create awareness of what abuse is, and indeed information on what supports are available and what laws people can rely on to resolve issues. And education on what comprises a loving and respectful relationship is paramount. Many young people are accessing pornography, which is feeding and normalising abusive and controlling relationships. Measures need to be taken to counteract this, and education our youth is vitally important. The experience of the court system is one that many victims of abusive relationships find daunting at the very least. Currently, there is no link between the criminal court system and the family court. Therefore, decisions made in the family court are often made in the absence of information around the level of violence and control that may have been perpetrated against one partner within a relationship. Therefore, access to children may be granted to someone who has already committed severe violence against one partner, and frequently in the presence of the children. And this is highly dangerous and an unsafe practice which cannot be allowed to continue. Children must be listened to, have their decisions around access taken into account. There must be a system established whereby trained personnel can work with children and determine the best course of action for them in relation to visitation with the parent where there has been abuse. Currently, there are no supervised contact centres where supervised access is granted. So there is a need for a full and thorough review of the court system and how it deals with people who have been subjected to domestic abuse and the impact it has on children. There also needs to be a plan put in place to deal with the serious backlog of cases within our court system worsened because of the pandemic. Action on the non-payment of maintenance needs to be taken without the need for one party to have to resort to court, which is a tedious and costly affair. And this is often used by the abuser to continue to exert control over their former partner. A statutory maintenance authority is urgently needed to deal comprehensively with the issue of maintenance.
Thank you very much.